Snap more than the ball? We've got specialists for that. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
From Farmingdale State College, it is the final of 4 county championships, and what a doozy we will have here for you tonight. It is the second-seeded Colts of Calhoun High School coming in at 16-0-1 to take on the defending champions, the Trojans of Garden City, at 16-2, the top seed. Today's Nassau Class AA final, sponsored by Orlin and Cohen Orthopedic Group, as well as Lifestyle Sports. Well, a pleasant good evening, everyone. Dylan Butler alongside Rob Anderson for a final that was anticipated and one that a lot, listen, we thought these could be the two teams that can get there. They did, and we are in for a battle royale.
We certainly are, and like you said, it was kind of penciled in before the year started. This Calhoun team been together for 4 years. They kind of penciled them in 4 years ago that they would be in this situation. For Garden City, the returning state champs, styles make fights. Calhoun can bring it, move the ball very well. But we've mentioned Garden City can lull you to sleep with the passing. It's going to be a possession game, and the first one to get one in is going to feel a lot of wind at their backs.
Let's show you the bracket and how these two teams got here. And you see Garden City. They had a battle in that first half, especially against Long Beach, and they finally got their way past the Marines 4-0, and then what a game that was for Calhoun and Southside as the Colts won that one 1-0, and we even can show you some of the goals that got these two teams here. First, it is Calhoun and Patrick Walsh. What a strike by Walsh, and that was the difference maker for Calhoun as they booked their spot into the county final. And then Garden City, was a whole lot of that man, number 7, Ollie Williams, a hat trick in the second half, the second straight hat trick for Garden City in the postseason as the Trojans made their way back to the county final. And now a look at the tail, Rob, of the tape in this one.
Yeah, you take a look here. I mean, just look at the record. 16-0-1 Calhoun, 16-2-0 Garden City. And when we look at the goal differential, that is the number that pops off the screen, plus 57 for Garden City, and that's a testament to the offense and defense. And for Calhoun, plus 66. I think that number jumps off. Teams assume they're one direction, but Dylan, the defense of Calhoun has opened up my eyes. They've been absolutely incredible throughout their season and certainly in this playoff run.
So Calhoun, they come in, we mentioned, 16-0-1, and they have been outstanding. A senior-laden team and two guys they're going to lean on here tonight should they win this county championship. Rob Anderson, we'll take a look at our players to watch. On one side, it's Drew Lennon. What a force in the midfield he is. And Jack Gunn has been outstanding as a center back this year.
You said it, Drew Lennon, the numbers right there, 11 goals. He's a finisher. And Jack Gunn, the way he controls the backfield, the middle of the field, great vision. He can get it done as well.
Garden City, they are the reigning champions. This is their 9th consecutive county championship game. They are 4-4 in their previous 8, and two guys that they're hoping can lead them to another championship, Ollie Williams and Thomas Fargione.
And they are two big bodies out there. Oliver Williams, the target up top. He can finish every which way, the head, the foot. Makes it look kind of easy. Fargione, big body out of the back. Good luck getting around him. He knows how to control the field and distribute. What a camera shot there. Intensity in the eyes.
Let's meet the starters now for both of these teams. First for Calhoun, they will operate out of a 4-3-3 formation. In goal, Austin Sheehan. What a terrific goalkeeper he's been as well. You've got a back four of Goldberg, Gunn, Perino, and Wolfson. At defensive midfielder, it's Morales. We mentioned Lennon and Walsh. And then you've got Brown, Bachrach, and Nengel up top for Calhoun in that 4-5-1 formation. Garden City, they will operate out of a 4-3-3 today. And a little bit of a late change here for the Trojans we'll need to tell you about. Will Egan not starting at left back. It'll be Cole Watson actually starting there. Fargione, Costa, Cooper. Your midfield of Schreier, Fisher. And then in the attacking spot, that's Jack Costa. So you've got Klein, Jack Shore back in, and then Oliver Williams up front. In goal, Michael Karcher came up with some big saves as well for Garden City in that semifinal win. Take a look now, Rob, at the keys to this game.
Well, both staffs coming up with that Calhoun. They want to defend those free kicks. They know that any kind of free kick with Garden City can be deadly. Be strong up in the air, win your 50-50s against those big bodies, and continue to attack, attack, attack. Plus 66, that's what they do. Garden City, handle the occasion. You know where you are. It's a big stage. Be ourselves. That means possession, and be ready to deal with their strengths, which is scoring.
It is Calhoun. It is Garden City. Opening kick when we return on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Snap more than the ball? We've got specialists for that. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
This is Jalen Brunson. You're watching Varsity Media.
And back here at Farmingdale State College, there's a look at our officials for tonight's contest. In the middle is Bobby Baldwin. The ARs are Sal Vizone and Jimmy Memos. And the fourth official, Randy Geyer. Winner of this game will advance to the Long Island Championship November 8th, 11:30 a.m. at Islip High School. They'll take on either Northport or Deer Park in that one. Two teams that, you know, a lot of times we see contrasting styles. Not tonight. These are two teams who want to play the ball on the ground. They want to play to feet. They want to get touches. They want to combine. They want to truly play the beautiful game.
They certainly do. And the other part, again, the numbers, Dylan, jump off. Plus 57 in goals for Garden City. Plus 66 for Calhoun is obscene. But it's also a testament to how they play defense. I think it's very easy to overlook how good they are on the back ends of the ball. And that's going to be the battle that I'm looking for tonight. Who's going to be able to lock it down enough to make sure that that plus-minus doesn't go in the wrong direction?
Calhoun looking to win their first county title since 2016. And this is their first appearance in the county title since they did that. They beat top-seeded Massapequa 1-0 in overtime then, and it was Ryan Hilke with the game-winning goal. 3 county championships, 2 Long Island championships for those Colts right there. And you mentioned at the very beginning of the broadcast, 14 guys in bikes show up as 8th graders to Chris Vogel's first summer camp, right? And he's like, this is my future. This bicycle gang that has showed up, and they have become the core of this team as seniors, all part of this program. Another note, too, Chris Vogel, they might not have played Garden City this year, but he knows Garden City well, not just from scouting for this game, but he and his dad, Will, for these past 10 years have made it an annual occasion to go to the county finals and watch all the county finals together. So he is well-versed in what Garden City could do.
He certainly is, and I can tell you, speaking to Coach Vogel before the game, he is just relaxed, ready to be here, and I think that has to come through to his team because they're under the big lights on a big stage. It's been a while, but here we are in Farmingdale, their second time under these lights, but now against the Burgundy state champions.
Yeah, Garden City competing for a 14th county title. Their first back in the 1987 was the year. As we said, remarkable to think this is their 9th consecutive final. Now, along those lines, there's been some really difficult losses. You think of one, we just had Donnie Braga in the booth, to his Jericho side, to Glen Cove a couple of times. So they're 4-4 in their last 8 trips. They want to make it 5-4 here tonight.
And with the other thing, again, we talk about just insane stats. A disappointment when you lose. And it's always a disappointment to lose, but you go, oh, Garden City didn't get through the finals. So last year, a state championship, a big monkey off their back, and they're coming out tuned up and ready to go.
Well, in many ways, right? They're the kind of the New York Yankees of this group, where if you don't win a championship, it's a disappointing season. Right? Anything short of that.
Which is wild. I mean, you're right. It's we've got a couple in each conference every now and again, right? The B's got one, and for the AA, it's certainly Garden City. And just like that, you mentioned it the other night in the Herrick-Syosset battle, you can bet there's a lot of Calhoun fans out here right now that are impartial, that want to see the underdog go. So that's pressure on the big dog.
But this Garden City team, what was a note that we put out there where they have something like 46 seasons of combined experience with all of those seniors and Costa and Fargione and guys who have played in these biggest of games. Nice ball one, played across the box. That's Klein chasing it. He does get to it, turns, faces, and now attacks. Klein plays it across the face of goal. Here comes Cooper into the box. Cooper! Talk about an opening salvo.
And that all started with Dylan Fisher able to control the ball, contain the ball, and serve the ball, and then from there let his teammates do their thing.
Another look, Rob. Attacking the space. And you love that confidence, right, from your starting right back. One of those who's wearing the captain's armband for this Garden City side.
I think that ball might have been deflected off an angle, too. Otherwise, it might have been on frame.
Fighting through is Costa. An important slide tackle. As we'll have a throw now for Garden City. It'll be Cooper to do so. He's got some targets, no doubt. Williams, Fisher, 2 of the biggest in the box. Cooper trying to get the flick on was Fisher. Edge of the 18, and it is cleared by Calhoun. And now a foot race for it. It's got to be played back to Karcher. He needs a good first touch, and he does get one to his right, to Fargione.
And when they have those big throws, they do have that big body that they can get it to. There it was Fisher. They have, again, as we've mentioned before, Big Ollie up there. So they got guys that can flick the ball and get it on net and follow up. A lot of size on this Garden City team.
Battle in the midfield. And that's where I think one of those battles within the entire game is going to be really interesting. The midfield trio for both of these teams, because you've got 3 really, really good players on both sides. Here's Fisher. 2-year starter, was an outside back on last year's county championship team. One there by Costa. Flicked on, and now Garden City look to attack with Klein. The cut in, and nice and easy for Sheehan to make the save. And what a goalkeeper Austin Sheehan has been for these Colts. Was the Conference Keeper of the Year last year. Part of that ODP National Select team as well.
6'2", big body in there, knows how to get off the line. And Sheehan's getting his work early as he's warmed up and ready to go.
I think any goalkeeper will say that's what they want, right? As the ball went off of Baldwin, and then there's an injured player for Calhoun as well. That's Diego Morales, your starting number 6. As looks like he's good to go. Good step. Now it's Garden City. Always on attack, these Trojans. That's a big win by the right back on that side. Wolfson. Throw in no for the Trojans.
We talk about those battles in the middle. I mean, the size mismatch is enormous. Outside of Drew Lennon, really not big players on this team. Big guys, big-time players in Nangle and Morales.
Run to the end line, clipped in front, off the post.
Jack Shore.
Seemingly out of nothing. So first quality chance goes to Garden City and Shore.
And he was in the right place, just out of nowhere. All of a sudden, pops into the frame and hits the post.
So opening 5 minutes, the field slanted in favor of Garden City. What a turn. And now advantage played. Shot rolled wide. But a look at how close Garden City got, Rob.
Yeah, take a look here. That ball will get up at the top of the 6, and Shore just in between everybody, kind of, you know, I don't know how the ball found him, but gets his leg on it, hits the post, and that's as close as you're going to get. I feel like you're waiting for Calhoun to just settle in a little bit. You see Drew Lennon, arguably the best player in the conference, if not definitely in the conversation, and just trying to get eased into this and, again, shake the big lights out of their eyes.
Coster plays it long, and Sheehan always communicating. He was there. New issue there for the senior goalkeeper. Plays it quickly out. We'll have a throw in now for Calhoun. That's Chase Goldberg. Trying to find an angle, but now we come the other way. Costa takes his space. Costa in the box. Costa! And it took a deflection, and that was fortunate for Sheehan as he grabs that ball.
Certainly was. I can't see which defender, but you saw 3 of them converge as Fisher started making his way in. So a good job. And again, let's not take away from the defense of both teams. Good opportunity, but stuffed.
Williams gets a touch. Back to Costa. I got a slight change tonight with Costa at the number 10. Plays it in, flicked on, Williams wide. Ollie Williams, an opportunity.
We'll take a look at a couple of them here, but man, Williams, just a big target. Here's the first try, and a head full of steam as the defenders converge 3v1. The deflection, Sheehan, can of corn on the bounce. And then here's that second one. Big Ollie Williams gets the header. It goes wide. Ollie Oxenfree looking to hit the back of that net at some point. He's hard to contain.
I think it might have been Perino who had that diving block there for Calhoun. But here they come again. Garden City. Watson into space. And then no problem there for Sheehan.
We are up to 6 shots towards the net, 3 on frame. Calhoun yet to create any kind of offensive presence.
Sheehan sends it high into the air to midfield. And then a foul called against Calhoun there. There's Drew Lennon was called for the foul. Good look there at Tommy Schreier. Junior starting number 6. Garden City, we mentioned, you see the final score line and the semis, you're like, yeah, no problem, right, with Long Beach. But it was difficult sledding for Garden City against the Long Beach team that is probably in Nassau County the most comfortable team without the ball. As here's an opportunity behind, offside flag is raised as Nangle was behind the last defender.
And Dylan, that's an incredible point, is that they were comfortable without the ball. They never chased. They watched Garden City do their thing, and it was 1-0 until a red card changed the quantity of players on the field, thus affecting the quality of Long Beach's defense. And then 3 popped in the net after that. Became the Oliver Williams show.
So in one sense, Garden City did a good job, as I think Bobby Baldwin going to wave away some players that, or people who have found their way behind Sheehan's goal. But Garden City did do a good job in just staying patient and poised and picking out their spot. Nice 1-2. A little flick into the box, and Sheehan is there. Rolls it out to his right. Long ball play, looking for Nangle. Gets a touch, tries the turn, intercepted.
Calhoun having a hard time breaking through right now. They are on their heels a little bit.
Nice first touch there by Shore. Battle in the midfield. He'll stay with Garden City.
You know, you alluded to it earlier. They are a team that plays to the feet, Calhoun, and move the ball up the field. They don't want to turn into a kick and run team because of the pressure that Garden City brings. The other thing, they are being patient. They're not chasing, which is what Garden City can make you do once they start putting on that touch clinic.
But one thing that Garden City will need to be aware of with Nangle's speed and ability, if they are defending and you do play that ball over the top, because Garden City has their numbers pushed up so high often. As now Karcher gets a touch.
And then there's another guy on the far side who just reminded me, Betty Sneaky, Jacob Backrock. He can get in out of nowhere. He had a fantastic game, and kid's a wrecking ball.
Coster off the chest of Ollie Williams. He will turn and attack. Gets the return pass from Shore. Shoulder barge and good defending by Chase Goldberg. The entire Calhoun starting 11, all seniors. And really most of the players who will see time off the bench, they too are seniors. Really Jonas Wan, the only junior among that rotation of players who might see some time here tonight. Throw in for the Colts. 16-0-1 on the season. Ball played in, a little flick. That's nice stuff. Left-footed shot. That is blocked. But you love the 1-2 being played there.
Was one of the best offensive chances, and Fisher gets in the way of that one.
Here's Liam Brown. Cuts it inside. Brown plays to feet there, edge of the 18, and just a miss hit by Bachrach. And now perhaps numbers the other way. Costa pumps the brakes. Feeds Klein, back to Costa. Flies in. And actually the foul is called, oh no, it's a throw, excuse me. Here's Fisher. Intercepted, a little bit of a misclearance though. This is dangerous. Goldberg gets his head on it, push forward. Stepping in, Fargione, Costa, and he goes right to Sheehan. Quickly puts the ball back into play. Now the Calhoun fans get excited.
And they're starting to get something to be excited about as Calhoun's starting to build some momentum.
Liam Brown kind of went 1v3, claps his hands out of frustration. Perhaps the play there was to go to his left, but still Brown on the season, a 3-year starter, 10 goals. When you talk about guys with the ball at his feet, that Brown, one of the best certainly for Calhoun.
He certainly is, and they're going to need to keep the field wide. Don't try to push to the middle. It becomes a tendency you have against this Garden City team because they do play pushing you to the middle. They kind of funnel you in and then give the numbers.
Costa attacks space. The Lehigh lacrosse commit plays it to Cooper. Cooper had the first real opportunity in this game, and now it's Fisher. Plays to his left to Costa. Look at this explosion. This takes a deflection, and we'll have a corner now for Garden City.
Corner kick for Garden City.
It'll be Klein to take it.
Well, there's a big opportunity now here for Garden City. Set pieces, what Calhoun fears. Let's see what they got with those big guys in front.
For Klein, it will be an in-swinger.
Corner kick by Klein.
Goes middle of the box. Look at Sheehan right there. He gets undercut as our official Bobby Baldwin stops the clock.
Checking on the keeper. Love that. Baldwin's having a conversation with him about going up in the air, and now talking to Lennon, the captain, who's looking for the foul.
Yeah, Lennon, I think, wants a card given to Fisher, who is in the net. But I think if we can show that again, I think he was already down. Watch here this battle. Watch Fisher coming in at the back right there. So, like, he was trying to hold up. You can see have his arms up as he kind of got shoved in a little bit, but ultimately nothing there as Sheehan rolls it out to his left.
And that's perfect officiating right there. Going over there, checking on the keeper first, giving the explanation to the Calhoun captain.
Here's Vinny Perino as now Garden City showing a little bit of a soft pressure. Pushing ahead. There is your hero from the semifinals. Patrick Walsh lays it off. And Goldberg, and now Calhoun. Rob trying to get some touches on the ball, trying to use the width of the field.
And having the confidence to play the ball back now that they started pushing up numbers and have opened this field up.
And Perino now clips it forward. Trying to play it up to Walsh. He'll get that second ball now, but he's 1v2. Good defending by Schreier. As it's now Karcher. Karcher had to wait his opportunity to be in goal. Ian Pupke was that guy the last couple of years. But Karcher, a first-year starting senior, has done an outstanding job for Garden City this year. Made the necessary, wasn't tested a lot against Long Beach, but made the necessary saves. Walsh. Oh, I think he got a piece there.
Yeah, hands on the head right there. And that's as close as it's going to get. Calhoun now moving the numbers up. This is the Calhoun we expected. And it just took some time. Now the field is wide open. Again, having the confidence to play the ball back. You see that in the first 5 minutes, it would have been trouble.
Good step by Wolfson, but now he loses it. Good defending there by Wolfson to track back at a piece of that as it goes back to Sheehan. Ooh, a dangerous ball there, intercepted, shot, and there's the first goal. Give it to Klein. 1-0, Garden City.
Tough break for Calhoun there. It's a turnover, pushing the ball towards the middle. So as soon as it touches there, just a missed touch. Klein in there and does not wait at the top of the 18, bangs it in on the ground. Sheehan did his best, but squirts under him, and there they are, Garden City with pom-poms in the air on this chilly night out in droves.
For Klein, goal number 10 of the year. Capitalizing on that defensive miscue by Calhoun, and GC takes the 1-0 lead. For Calhoun, Rob, only the 9th goal conceded this year.
And tough. It's again, you can't make mistakes against Garden City. It's just not in the books. They are going to pounce on it, and right there, Klein, the benefactor.
Now Liam Brown is dispossessed by Fisher. But Calhoun gets it right back. Can they get some numbers forward? They try to play it quick. Ahead to Bacrock. Now on the ground, an opportunity. Calhoun, Karcher the save. It looked like they were numbers across the box. But the shot was taken. Karcher, his first big save.
Bravo. That's a good save right there. And I think I mentioned it last broadcast. I saw this kid in a professional tryout for 3 days at Malvern High School, and he stepped up. He looked really good. And I'm sure he'll be back there again this summer as a senior.
Long ball played over the top. Shore trying to run onto it. Great effort by Shore. It's still going to be a goal kick for Sheehan, but an excellent opportunity. And look back now at that save.
Backrack's got it on his foot, gets it up, good distribution. The pass, shot across, and Karcher making sure it does not get through. Like you said, there was numbers in the box.
Midway point of the first half. Jack Klein, the lone goal right now for Garden City. This is the Nassau Class AA championship game. The top 2 seeds have made their way here to Farmingdale State on a Saturday night. Here's Walsh. Look at that defending. Schreier picks the pocket. Now an opportunity for Garden City to attack again. Costa clips it forward, and not necessarily on the same page there with Williams, as Sheehan well off his line now to punt the ball upfield.
Well, we saw that in the last game. Sheehan is certainly brave. He will range far out of the net and trust his athleticism to get back.
This one was played into the box and cleared. Goldberg, a lot of jerseys being pulled on both sides, and Baldwin picked that up right away. Foul on GC. There's Brown. Again, so good with the ball at his feet, but again, dispossessed. Brown, that's a good effort to try to win that ball back. But here comes Garden City. Numbers, Williams. Williams into the box. Williams, saved by Sheehan.
What an incredible save. And Williams received that ball with such perfection and grace, and then just a step to his right, makes more space with those long legs. And what a shot and what a save.
And here he is again, Brown trying to now just play into space. Looking for Nengel on that right side. And every single time a Calhoun player gets it, there's a step by a Garden City defender, and they turn defense into offense. And they're doing it quickly here. Playing to feet, an opportunity in the box. That was sure. And it's going to go out for a goal kick.
Let's give a lot of credit there to Chase Goldberg, who stepped in at the last minute. Take a look here as they come in. Oh, this is the Williams
previous
shot.
save, yeah, what a save by Sheehan.
Big rebound, too. Lucky nobody was there, but he pushed it out, got it to a white jersey.
And I think by going that way, too, you're going to where Sheehan had more opportunity to range. If you went near post, it might have been more difficult for the keeper. He was already leaning that way. Ball clipped up this near sideline. Unlucky there for Ollie Williams.
For the Colts. Number 1, Chase Goldberg.
Kind of crazy to think you had Fisher in the quarterfinal scoring a hat trick in the second half, and then Ollie Williams scoring a hat trick in the second half in the semifinals.
Maybe Jack Klein going to try to make his bid today. We'll see.
Here is Shore attacking space, plays it wide with his left. Not cleared. Fisher picks it up. Fisher on the ground and rolls it right to Sheehan. If this was a grass field, you'd call that a daisy cutter.
It certainly would. Absolutely. I don't know if there's a word for the turf.
Well, you know there are monsters in the turf. That's what usually trips up players out of nowhere.
For the Colts.
As Garden City, they have been relentless in this first half. I mean, I guess the way to make sure an opponent who loves to have the ball and get touches and combine, the way to stop that is by not giving them the ball or taking it away as soon as they get the ball.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And right now, Garden City just back into that comfort zone that they're in. Making those passes in the backfield, unchallenged. Trying to figure out which field they want to build, which side they want to build from.
It's a great look here from pitch side as Drew Lennon hasn't had a lot of the ball in this first half, reverses course. And now they'll look to possess, but it's in their defensive third right now. Sheehan, a touch. Look out. Big Ollie Williams. That freight train coming at you. Perino pushes it ahead. And now you'll have a throw for Calhoun.
Calhoun trying to figure out how to get things together. You can see Brown getting a little frustrated and a lot of hands going up like, come on, guys, where are we going with this?
Number 1, Chase Goldberg.
It's Goldberg to throw. Sends it. And cleared, at least momentarily. Goldberg gets the return ball, turns, but that a heavy touch, and it will go out of touch for a Garden City throw. We'll have some subs first. Good look there at Jacob Cooper. Some fresh legs for Garden City. There's Cole Watson.
Number 8, Cole Watson.
Was in his brother Miles' shadow for a couple of years. And now he is the lone Watson on this Garden City side.
Yeah, his brother that's a huge part of that state championship run last year.
We've said it before, but you had Tommy Paz before him, and then you had Miles Watson, so you had that one guy that you knew would always score goals, and now it's very much by committee for Garden City this year. That's another reason why at least I think they're more dangerous in the attacking third this year with so many different weapons.
It certainly makes them less predictable and more guys you have to cover. And again, I'm kind of blown away by the size. I mean, you had a guy like Woodbine last year who was just tremendous. And so many large and muscular athletes out there.
There's Costa. Shore takes a touch, just skims the crossbar. Oh, Rob, they were inches away from a second goal.
I almost fell out of my headsets. What? Hey, look, he just gets a beautiful look. Here's the touch out. As soon as Shore gets in there, he sees Sheehan. Little chip off of the crossbar.
That's an excellent job by Sheehan, too, just to try to force pressure, right? Comes off his line confidently. But, man, Shore did not miss by much.
That was good on both ends of it, right? You want your keeper to do that, and
now Karcher
chip just missed.
Off his line, punts it forward.
It's not easy to convince guys to go for that little chip shot either. Everybody wants to blast it in, so heads up.
Well, we are in Farmingdale where chip shots and the black, I think, would be beneficial. Now some numbers for Calhoun. Hard challenge. Baldwin says play on. The field has opened up now as it's Costa looking to attack space. He's got Watson as an option on an overlapping run. Goes central. Kind of runs right at Colin Gibbons. Now a long ball out of the back for Calhoun. Trying to find Nangle. But in a lot of ways, Nangle, it's kind of 1v2, right? As we've got a Calhoun player down in the back. As the clock stopped with 11:15 to go here in the first half. We've mentioned kind of what Garden City has done. These are just the last 3 years. Look at those numbers, right? And again, back-to-back losses. The one, 2 years ago, right, to Manhasset here on this field in overtime. But their numbers just ridiculous. If you go back even further, right, since 2019, a year where they lost to Jericho in the county championship, they are 116 wins, 7 losses, and 5 draws.
I mean, I'm just doing some quick math in my head. That's 56-2 up on the board. Those numbers are just beyond.
You're amazed by the wins losses. I'm amazed at like how they don't even tie. It's like we're gonna win or lose. We're not, no draws.
Yeah, they find a way no matter what, and every which way. You said it. I mean, this is a different identity than the teams from the last 2 years, as happens. But the amount of threats up on this offense, and again, solid defending, and the keeper doesn't get all the credit he should. Karcher is seeing shots this year. Pumpkin didn't see a lot of shots. You know, got a lot of shutouts. But that defense was just insane with Woodbine in front of him.
Ball over the top. Settled at least momentarily, and you do have Sheehan as that safety blanket, and they do utilize him, pushing it forward. Fisher wins the header, though. Ball played in. That's some really good defending, but we'll have a corner now for Garden City from this near side corner.
About 30 minutes in, so this is a big moment here, as I'm sure to a certain degree Calhoun wouldn't mind just weathering the storm and coming up with a new game plan. But they got to defend this Costa corner first.
Say that 5 times fast. Costa corner. Flicked on, what a header off the post! Fisher! That was a perfect header right off the training ground. And another bit of the woodwork for Garden City.
And the second time the post made a save. Perfectly driven in. Fisher diving in like Pete Rose into home plate. And boom. hits the post, but my goodness, that is as perfect as you get.
I'm sorry, but there's very few in the crowd here who understand that reference.
I should have said first base.
Well, no.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
He rose.
Well, that's, you know.
But what are we at?
That's one to grow on, you said the other day.
Dangerous ball off the bounce. Karcher makes the save. Oh, we got 2 posts now and a crossbar.
Yeah, and the right, and the crossbar.
Think about that. An inch or two either in any of those 3. It could be a 4-0 game right now.
Might have to interview the goalpost after the game.
So Calhoun right now, they've got to feel fortunate that it's only 1. Now they take some space. Brown angles his run. Brown, Liam Brown. Brown just wide. Rob, we said no one better at Calhoun with the ball at his feet. What an effort there by Brown.
Incredible. I mean, Brown single-handedly finds space between the defenders. Cuts like a knife through hot butter, and then that shot wide, and that's one he wishes he could have back. I was stunned by that. He got right through there. An incredible effort by Brown.
Not easy to slice through a Garden City defense that has conceded just 14 goals this year, which is crazy when you consider how they've raised the level of their non-conference this year. They played a Shore-Wading River team that's going to play for a county final tomorrow morning. They played the #1 ranked team in the country in St. Benedict's. They went to St. Anthony's and they won there. They played St. Peter's Prep from New Jersey as well.
And that's what happens when you win a state championship. You start getting hungry for it, and what a great way to prep.
Well, these guys are hungry for another goal here before the halftime interval. It's Klein. Klein. Good call by Baldwin. As soon as he saw that Klein stumbled a little bit, called for the free kick.
There we get a good look at Jack Costa walking into frame right now.
Number 2, Charles Costa.
Listen, it's good to have 3 jacks in your hand, right? When you're at the table. That's the case here for Garden City. 3 jacks in attack. Good ball, flicked header again, just wide. Williams this time, but it deflects out for a corner.
All of this is textbook perfection outside of hitting the back of the net. Oh my goodness.
And it's another Costa corner. Last time it was Fisher flicking his header off the back post. Good service. Takes a bounce in the box. You never wanted that as a defender. And now a jailbreak for Calhoun. Walsh plays it forward. Good headed clearance by Costa. Nice turn into space. And Gibbons, I think, had more space to operate out of if he kept going this way.
And again, talk about the size mismatch. Look at Brown out there. He's a ball hawk. I mean, he is just does not get out of position.
I feel like, too, since the semifinal win, a few more appointments at the local beauty salon and some more dye jobs for these guys.
If you didn't know, I got tripped up before between Backrock and Brown. An 8 and the 9, so I was looking for the blonde. But yeah, the salon getting their money's worth.
Off the chest. And this ball played up the sideline. More often than not, right? It's Garden City first to everything. Karcher sends it high into the air, headed back up. Play the way you face, you coaches always say, and that's a great touch. And a return pass as well into the box. That one knocked away, but Calhoun continues to attack.
That was a great look. Bachrach to Lynch, back to Bachrach.
And now it's Brown again, looking to attack. Liam Brown in the box. Turns, pivots. And he's won a corner. Great job by Liam Brown.
That's what Brown can do for you. I mean, he is just buzzing everywhere right now.
Now with Brown, you've got Bachrach there as well. So Garden City's got to defend the potential of a short corner.
Calhoun, 2 defenders back.
Back post, still alive. Header, 2 headers, and Karcher makes the save.
That ball stayed in the air quite a bit. Karcher just eyeballing it the entire way and ultimately ends up in his hands, but a shot on net for Calhoun.
Williams with the header. Fisher plays it forward with his head. As now Garden City continues to attack. Williams in the box. And nobody there at the back post as it will roll out for a Calhoun throw. Bachrach attacks the space. Cooper defending. Gets a touch. Bachrach recovers. Swings it to the edge of the 18. And we go the other way with Fisher. Fisher. Good recovery defending by Lennon. What a job. Look at these two battle. Fisher comes away. Fisher still on it. Takes a touch. Fisher blocked. And will go out for a Garden City throw.
He had Oliver Williams with him there. Might have been the best move to try to dish it off to Williams, but elected to try to go into that coverage. And a good opportunity there as they're starting to get the numbers down. And you can see how big those two are when they're next to each other.
And Baldwin will stop the clock here with 2:06. I think just to have a little bit of a conversation with some players in the box.
A little game management. Say, for Calhoun, what I'd like to see is they keep getting these runs. Guys got to check in.
Here's Cooper. Spins it. The downward header by Fisher goes out. Another look here at that effort by Fisher. I'll get back to the goal kick here, but yeah, to your point, Williams was there, but I think Fisher's like, I have just done so much to win this ball and push forward. Kind of look like Xavier Poles in the semifinals with Sayas. Like, I'm just going to goal.
Yeah, mine, caveman mentality. Well, you're up 1-0, so it's a little bit of a luxury right there. Minute 25 left.
Big boot by Sheehan in midfield. He'll take a bounce. And right behind was Coster. Cooper back up the field. There is big Ollie Williams. Williams, the overlap to Cooper. Corner kick. No, a goal kick. Inside the final minute of the first half.
Calhoun to take that. Try to stretch it out one last time. Corner kick would have been dangerous at this stage of the game.
Cooper gets a touch. Now Schreier in the midfield. Plays it forward to Klein. 36 seconds left ahead to Jack Costa. Klein has that lone goal right now. Attacking space. Good defending by Calhoun. And now can the Colts get something in on a counter? Long ball sniffed out by Charlie Coster. Here comes Garden City, but Sheehan. Ball played through to Costa And that will do it for a first half where Garden City applied an immense amount of pressure, but they go in to this halftime break with the slimmest of leads thanks to Jack Klein and his goal.
And we'll get a look at it here. Gets into space, doesn't waste any time, keeps that shot low and full. Sheehan down to his right, and there they are, the happy Garden City fans, pom-poms in the air.
1-0 Garden City. It's halftime of the Nassau Class AA final right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Snap more than the ball? We've got specialists for that. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Orlin and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support, gain visibility, and keep the coverage going strong. Join us in making a difference. Contact Varsity Media today to learn more about broadcast sponsorship opportunities by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Hi, I'm Dr. Craig Levitz. I'm the Chief of Sports Medicine at Northwell Health, as well as the Chief of Sports Medicine at Orlin and Cohen Orthopedics. Here to talk to you today a little bit about injuries we see in boys soccer players. With the playoffs coming up, we're always at increased risk of injury, particularly with the weather turning. And obviously the most common injury we worry about and see in soccer athletes is ACL injuries. Most other injuries are minor and treated easily with rehab and anti-inflammatories, and people don't miss a lot of time, but soccer is well known for the dreaded ACL injury. And we thought we'd spend some time today talking about early warning signs for that, prevention, things that can suggest this just needs Motrin, ice, and you can play the next day, versus signs and symptoms to get to a doctor as soon as possible. The most common sign or symptom of an ACL injury is a pop while you're playing. Now these pops come in all makes and varieties. Some people feel a minor pop and are able to keep running, even finish parts of a game. Other people go down on the field and it's a significant injury. And then a lot of people are somewhere in between. But when a knee pops, 90% of the time it is the ACL that tears. The ACL actually just explodes, it doesn't tear, and the popping is you're hearing it exploding. In the absence of a pop, or even if you hear a pop and you think you're okay, there can be a whole host of other alternatives that it is. And it's really whether that pop occurs and how you're feeling the next day. The curveball being that even with an ACL injury, you can feel fine the next day and still tear your ACL, because the pain is from the bleeding, and you can tear it and not have much bleeding because they come in all makes and varieties of severe tears and minor tears. Generally, if there's not a lot of swelling in your knee looks like your other knee, you can run without pain, you're probably okay, and working with the trainer and taking some anti-inflammatories is fine. On the other hand, if you're having increased pain or swelling when running, that swelling is often blood, and that would be highly suggestive of an injury, and that's where you should highly consider seeking an orthopedic's attention as soon as possible. When I grew up, you had to rely on the orthopedic surgeon's hands. Now, in all of our facilities, we have an MRI readily available. Our firm belief is treating high school athletes like professional athletes. It's very rare you see someone come off the professional soccer field or football field with an injury and they haven't had an MRI the next day. It's already reported in the paper before, right after they have had their injury. We treat high school and college athletes the same way. If they get hurt, we want to be able to send them back onto the field safely and quickly. The high school season is short, it's 8 weeks. It's very easy for a doctor to say, sit out 4 weeks while we see if this is anything significant. But we would rather do an MRI right away and know exactly what is going on. So if it's not dangerous, we can get athletes back onto the field as soon as possible. Unfortunately, some people do have the dreaded ACL injury, and the only treatment for that is surgery. However, with newer techniques, people are getting back quicker and earlier, and it's no longer the career-ending injury that it was when I was a child. But now, I would say 99% of our athletes are back on the field within several months, playing and participating as good as they ever were. So to sum up, in the future, if you hurt your knee, A, listen for the pop. That's a sign to see the doctor right away. B, if you're able to run and there's not much swelling and everything's fine and anti-inflammatories make it better, you're probably okay. But if there's any question at all, it's very easy to get a quick MRI and know things are good and get back out there.
He's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face on, stay on athlete. Controlling the face-off. That's 3 in a row now.
Hey parents, coaches, and players, ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job of exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media's been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Help keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back at Farmingdale State College, getting set for the start of the second half. It's the Nassau Class AA final, and it is Garden City with a 1-0 lead. Dylan Butler, Rob Anderson, our entire Varsity Media crew. Rob, let's take a look at some of those first half stats from this one, and obviously those guys in maroon, a lot of those stats slanting their way.
You said it, and the stats courtesy of young Philip Beeben of Malvern East Rockaway High School, and it's 1-0 Garden City. The shot's 15-5, and that is the one that jumps off the page the most. 6 saves for Calhoun. Corner kicks 3-1 in favor of Garden City, and could make a difference. 3 fouls apiece, so Bobby Baldwin keeping it even, and 1 offside to none. But the 15-5 jumps off the page.
It does, and also within that, right, it's 1 goal, but it's 3 shots off the woodwork. So 2 posts, the crossbar as well. If you were in that huddle right now, I think it's stay the course right? Let's not get frustrated over our missed opportunities. It's just continue doing what we're doing, and that next goal will come. And we've seen it from Garden City so often, right? When the next goal comes, the next one after that comes as well.
And as far as the other side goes for Calhoun, this is the first time they've been in this situation all year. They've never been down a single game. 0-0s, up 1-0. Garden City's played from behind, played from the front. But Calhoun dealing with playing from behind. How are they going to handle it? And can Garden City shut down Brown? They've done a great job with Lennon. Fisher's basically been shoulder to shoulder with him, but Brown's been getting space.
By the way, Ben Turchin, our executive director, he's like, wait, we don't have room in the budget for a statistician, but we're paying Philip and Sour Patch Kids, so it's all good. Ball
Hey,
over the top.
Appreciate you, Philip.
As there is Sheehan.
See if we can make it an annual thing now.
Well, yeah, he's got to step up his game now, too, as well, right? Like, he showed well for the first stat. Now we have to start with, like, XG and get that chance as Karcher makes the save. Time of possession or possession percentages.
You listening? You need a calculator next time.
Ball out of the back. Garden City in their 9th consecutive county final. A bunch of these guys started a year ago. Other guys were part of the program. And for Calhoun, good win there by Walsh, and he gets a corner for the Colts. Their first trip here since winning the county championship in 2016. So a long time coming for Chris Vogel and the Colts of Calhoun.
Number 8, Leon Brown.
And there is Brown. Bounces it into the box. Now Garden City looks to try to counter.
Well, that's got to be a strategic play. Put it in the air against guys that are 6 foot plus. Let's try to keep it on the ground, keep it short.
Here comes Klein. He's got the lone goal to this point. Great cut, Klein. What a block.
That was such a well-timed defensive move. Something that you show on tape to other people.
In the first half, Calhoun was under deluge for probably the first 20 minutes, and they finally got their sea legs a little bit and got a few touches on the ball, and then right after that happened, Garden City scored opportunistically. Now some possession for Calhoun. Good clearance by Watson.
Watson tracked that thing the whole way. The idea was right, but Watson really trying to take down Backrock.
Here he is now. Intercepted by Fisher. Fisher put a header off the back post. Head to Klein. Klein into the box. Klein. Corner, Garden City.
Well, I don't know if Austin Sheehan had a conversation with his defenders, but they are not letting balls go through now. They are blocking everything, throwing bodies out there.
From this side, it's Klein to take the corner. Cleared at the near post. Can Calhoun get something on the counter? No, says Jack Costa. The no fun police.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's definitely been no fun for Drew Lennon. They are just, he can't get a turn, a touch. Garden City definitely plan to keep him in check.
Garden City not taking the hands-off approach. They're not saying when Lennon has the ball to let it be. Throw in far sideline.
Throwing for Calhoun.
And if you're Calhoun, right, the glass half full is, you know, you've got so many guys in attack who can change the game in a moment. And that was one of those opportunities. And the aforementioned turf monster comes up and gets, I think it was Brown.
It was, because Brown is the guy that seems to be in every single scoring opportunity the Colts have.
What a first touch, a settling touch by Costa. Now he cuts inside. Costa looks for options, plays it to Fisher. Fisher to Shore. Excuse me, to Klein. Klein, she in there at the near post.
Second time Klein had the same exact move, kind of took it deep, looking to get it across, but Sheehan is not giving up that post, so might want to try to distribute a little earlier. He's getting pinned, courtesy of the defense.
Fisher over to Costa. And now to Klein. Good defending by Calhoun. Wolfson plays it ahead. But then there's a step by Charlie Costa. And he goes back to Karcher. Karcher out to midfield. Flicked header. And now finally Lennon will get a touch. Calhoun plays the feet. Nangle. Now they push forward. Bachrach. Or is that Brown?
The blonde's messing you up now, isn't it? See?
It's also the small numbers.
The numbers,
we
yeah.
were off air. We lobbied. Listen, I know you're a difference maker in Nassau County, and your say means so much.
Yeah.
In the soccer world, we need to enlarge these numbers. I think on some of these jerseys.
We'll put it in. We'll get it to Al Freeman right away. He'll be up at the States. See if we can get some representation. Speaking of representation, how about Wolfson right there? Great camera shot of him, and he has been a difference maker on that back line.
Senior right back, maybe the most mentally tough kid on the team. His head coach, Chris Vogel, said, always on, always dialed in, always what he says, operating at 110.
You can see that intensity in his eyes in that camera shot, and he's certainly not scared of the size mismatches.
Lennon plays the feed, an opportunity now to get something into the mix. And that's the thing about Garden City, man. Like, you've got to be clinical but quick with your opportunities because they're going to recover quick, even quicker.
They've changed the game. I mean, Calhoun is stretching the field out. They're playing a little bit more long ball, which is not what they do, but that kind of counter activity can certainly change the game. Garden City's got to be ready for it.
This is the final of 4 county championships here in Nassau County. In Class B, it was Carl Place with yet another county championship in Class, we just said in Class B. Class A, we just saw the winner there. That also went to PKs with Floral Park going back to back. And then in the AAA, it was Herrick's with their first county championship in 20 years, beating a Syosset team that was defending champions.
3-0. No PKs there. Fairly decisive. And with that Floral Park winning, with Coach Rodney putting a field player in net for the PKs, Caden Sy a hero.
Here's a corner for Garden City. High into the air, attacking it was Fisher, but he is called for the foul. And also within that Herrick's win were 3 outstanding goal celebrations. Right? You had Burnick with the T, the pinky up T celebration. And then he had the
knockout punch.
He had the bow
Yeah.
as well, and then the knockout punch on Seth Kahn's goal.
It's amazing that you can win when you're practicing your celebrations.
Klein attacks 2 and bounces it into Sheehan. No problem there.
And no rebounds right now, so trying to get on those second balls is important for Garden City, especially after hitting the post 2 times.
Bachrach was calling for the ball near the semicircle outside the 18. And GC will have a throw.
Throwing for GC.
Clever flick headed by Fargione. Fargione not having a lot to do yet as the offside flag was raised. But just such a steady presence in the back of that Garden City back 4.
Yeah, we haven't had to say his name much, and that's a good thing. You know, he's in the right place, kind of dictating where his players need to go, moving guys around. And also a testament to how Garden City's moving the ball.
Watson plays it forward. And look at this opportunity for Garden City. Quickly converging a couple of defenders, knocking it off Acosta.
Acosta took that extra second to pull the ball back to his right foot, and that was the end of that threat.
Klein, I think he thought about it for a second. Great ball to Costa. Can he keep it in? He does, across the 18. Attacking, Cooper! Wide, still alive, and there's the second goal! Ollie Williams! Talk about right place, right time.
And taking advantage of mistakes. The first one was dished off by a Calhoun player errantly, and here that ball should have gone out, but instead played back in and straight across. Here it is, accidentally kept in and touched out in front, and the finisher, Williams. So just, we said it, you can't make a mistake against Garden City. They are just, they don't make mistakes, and they clean up yours.
They are assassins, this Garden City team. Ollie Williams, goal number 16 on the year, his 4th now here at Farmingdale State College.
I don't know what else to say. I mean,
they are cold-blooded assassins.
It is.
They are.
It is. It's incredible. You cannot make a mistake. And again, it was instinctive to try to keep that ball in play, but you put it right across the goal mouth, or right in front of the goal mouth, and boom. And Williams, just a beast. Oh my goodness.
Now, to be fair, though, and yes, that was maybe a lucky situation, but they're creating their own luck by being as dangerous as they've been.
They certainly have. Getting that ball deep, too. They've repeatedly driven down that left side.
Fisher, big dispossession. And now the step as Garden City. Again, we said it. When they score one, they somehow score multiple goals. Splitting defenders. Ball back out to midfield. Handball, not given. Long ball over the top to Bachrach. Bachrach attacks Charlie Coster, who is just so smooth. He and Fargione, both captains and 2-year starters. How about that run they had last year? As there's Karcher. They conceded 1 goal in 7 playoff games last year, and that one was in the state final late.
Yeah.
And Fargione and Charlie Costa are big reasons why.
They certainly are. Charlie Costa, we haven't talked too much about him, but he is a huge reason why they made that run. He is a very physical defender and gets in the way, does everything right. Good feet as well. But we haven't seen Calhoun down 1-0 all year. Now 2. How do they respond? And do you get discouraged? Do you keep playing? This is where you're going to start seeing the mental side of the game.
And speaking of the mental side of the game, they had a meeting with the mental performance coach, and that was Coach Dembski from Ignite Performance 100. And he spoke to the team about what is called the plateau of talent of latent potential, which means it's the period of time when you are working hard, but you're not seeing visible results. And then eventually, progress accelerates dramatically after a critical threshold is crossed, leading to a sudden breakthrough. The example being back in Roman times, the stonemakers, they needed like 500 times to hit or 500 swings before you chip away at a stone, or water boiling at 212 degrees when 211, it's the same as it was previously. So that's a little bit of what they're dealing with mentally right now. It's just chip away, stay the course, and probably also somewhere in there now a part B, don't concede again.
When you had that interview,
yes,
how did Vogel come up with this idea? And did they need a glossary?
Well, he texted it all to me, and then I just copy and pasted. But I'm not sure. That's all. It's all.
That was some lesson right there. I sat there. I felt I was in philosophy class in college. That's intense. I like it. I think that's an important. I like the approach by Vogel to bring somebody in to talk about that side of the game that comes from a different world.
But as you see in my mental preparation, I leave no stone unturned.
Or unchipped.
Chips, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not dissimilar a little bit to the Rutgers football mentality, right? With Greg Schiano, what does he always say? Chop away, right? Continue to chop wood.
Well, they're going to need to chop away now and probably get that first swing in relatively soon. Over 15 minutes expired in this half.
And again, the plus for Calhoun in that sense, that's a nice flick. Walsh plays it centrally. A step, shot, takes a deflection, and Karcher's there for the save. As it was Gianni Calabrese with the shot. If you are Calhoun and you're like, we do have multiple guys, though, who in the moment, in an instance, can change the course of a game. Like Lennon in the midfield, and Walsh, we saw him score that goal, and Brown with his ball to feed, and Bachrach and Nangle as well.
Without a doubt, the names that we've been saying the most are Brown and Bachrach. They are creating quite a bit. Nangle having some difficulty getting into space, and the play on Lennon, perfection. And it's 1v1. They just said, hey, listen, Fisher, get on Lennon, use your size, lean on him, make him uncomfortable, and he's doing the job.
And a booking there against Calhoun. Again, our officials for today's game are referee in the middle, Bobby Baldwin, Salvazone, and Jimmy Memos are your two ARs, and Randy Geyer is your fourth official. That was a card given to Liam Brown.
Not the guy you want getting a card. I'm sure he'll be back up on the line and ready to go soon enough.
But to your point, Calhoun not having to really deal, at least in terms of deficits, right, which you pointed out, adversity this year. Their one game that wasn't a win, that was a 0-0 draw with Long Beach. And when you score 74 goals and you only concede 8, that's pretty smooth sailing for until this point of the season. But now, as we said to Chris Vogel in our conversation, now it's the ultimate challenge of this Garden City team, and you dare say program, right? Because they churn it out every year.
I can definitely say, absolutely, it's a program mentality, and to that mentality, you've mentioned many times, the non-leagues. That's preparation for a championship, not a regular season.
A little dummy, not even a run, but just It's a shade off of that ball there by Williams.
There's a substitution on the field for the Trojans.
But it's a situation too for Garden City where, you know, there is a little bit of freedom within their structure, but the structure is there, and that the template is there. So you lose guys year in and year out, and then you just say you're in this spot. You know, it's like pegs on a board, right? You're here, you're there. Within that structure, you have freedom to play. We want you on the ball and being comfortable on the ball. Corner for Garden City. And this is a big reason why they're in a county final for their 9th consecutive year.
One of the toughest games you're in off of this island is without a doubt Nassau County Championship. It's teams that really, really want to, you know, get at it. And then obviously the Long Island Championship, another level this year out in Suffolk.
And they have played teams, as this corner is played short, who attack Garden City in multiple different ways, right? From a Glen Cove who wanted to press from the very beginning to so many teams who want to play their numbers behind the ball like Long Beach did and maybe hope for something on a counter. Watson serves it in, and it's Sheehan. Ball will take a bounce. Coster and Karcher, who chases this down, plays it back to himself in the box and falls on it.
Picked up by Karcher.
He's made a couple of saves, but certainly hasn't been the busier of these two goalkeepers.
No, but he does everything right that he needs to do. And he did have a couple nice stops on the crosses.
Now for the neutrals, and especially, or the neutrals and, look at this, ball played back to Sheehan.
Oh boy.
So this will be a dangerous free kick here. Sheehan's arguing his case. I think he's saying it was deflected. I don't know if we could take another look at this before they set up this, as Baldwin says it was deflected. So
that's why they have the conversations. You folks, you saw him put his hand to his ear. That was him listening to his partners, and that's Salvazone that probably made that call.
So that the rule of that law is, of course, you can't touch it on the ball played back, but if it takes deflection, then obviously you're allowed to grab that ball, and that was the case there for Calhoun.
Maybe Sheehan thinking of law school. He sold that one.
I mean, he was right, though.
He was right. And he had the conversation, and Baldwin went to his partner. And I'll assume it was Vizone making the call. He's on that side.
Substitution on the field for both Calhoun and
Yeah, in the professional game, the point to the ear usually means VAR. We don't have that quite yet.
No, not yet.
Nassau County.
Instead of VAR, we got Salvazone. And here's a look. Hard to tell. Good job by our producer Jacob there getting that in screen. Tough to tell. If it was a touch, it was slight.
Klein taken away. Wolfson. He's going 110 like he always does. Powering up this sideline into space. Ball played forward. That's a good ball to Walsh. Walsh in the box. Knocked out for a throw. What I was going to say to you before, actually still in, we have a foul called, so we do. So a dangerous set piece. Walsh writhing, I think, in pain on the ground there. And now the clock will stop with 18:24 left. But what I was going to say before was the neutrals and the Calhoun fans are like, we need a goal. Like one more, like a goal from Calhoun. Now it re-energizes this whole place, right? And gets some more excitement into it. While we have an opportunity, I want to thank our sponsors, of course, Lifestyle Sports and Orlin and Cohen Orthopedic Group, for Orlin and Cohen especially, for allowing us to show you these semifinals and finals all free here on our YouTube channel. So dangerous set piece here for Calhoun. Rob Anderson.
Free kick for Calhoun.
And it is Lennon on the ball. Lennon, oh, just wide. It somehow snuck its way through.
That ball just didn't want to get touched, and a dangerous opportunity here as you take a look. Lennon flags it up, sends it in. Perfect height. And just a big mess down there, but just throwing bodies at it now, and that's what Calhoun is trying to do.
And now we see Calhoun pressing. Good step by Wolfson. Plays the feet. Walsh. Dispossessed corner, Calhoun.
Great defending there.
Rob, it feels like now's the time for Calhoun.
Oh, they've got the energy. Their fans are going, they're going.
And there is Brown on the ball. Walsh is there if he wants to play short. He plays it on the ground and knocked away. And this has to be sharp here from Perino. And it is into the box. Karcher! Right in front of Walsh.
Well, there you go. We said he was less active, but when it's his time to shine, he does. Gets off and running early and meets that ball. Good job by Karcher.
Here's Lennon. Advantage being played. Brown scampers into the box. Cleared out. And Wolfson, an ambitious effort wide.
There he is again. We've been saying his name a lot on the defensive side of the ball. Oh boy, look at that. A little clip in there, and then a boot on the move, ball bouncing outside of the foot. Wide right.
Karcher's got to recover this one. Nervy moments there for Garden City in the back. We've not said that a lot. Not this game, not this season. Defender down for Calhoun. Baldwin plays on. Bachrach trying to get to the header. Fisher won it. Watson plays forward. Still a Calhoun player down, and now I think Baldwin will stop the clock. At least first he'll check, I think. Or he did stop it. There it is. At 15:23. As the Calhoun player will be checked out. When you look at the way that Garden City has gotten into this game, 7-0, you end the regular season against Hewlett. You have the same score line against Cary in the quarterfinals, and then that 4-0 win against Long Beach. So you've got to go back actually to that defeat to the #1 ranked team in the country, St. Benedict's, back on October 11th for the last time that they've conceded a goal.
And that's something right there. I mean, and Benedict's, pretty good team. Not bad.
Well, of the 14 goals that Garden City has conceded, 5 in that game, in that 5-2 defeat to, again, a St. Benedict's team that was #1. I haven't checked the rankings lately, but at the time they were #1 in the country. And you can see there Drew Lennon pleading his case with Bobby Baldwin.
Well, he accepted whatever it is Baldwin had to say and walked away. He's been doing a great job. That's a captain, too, by the way. He has gone over and had a few questions today, and he gets them answered in a respectful way.
Over the back. That's the thing, too, sometimes, right? You have that respectful conversation. Maybe maybe you don't get that call, but maybe you get the next one. As Lennon numbers ahead for the Colts on this free kick.
15 minutes left in the second half.
Chipped in, Karcher off his line, punches it, not out, and that one sent over the bar.
Another tough one there with Karcher as far as getting that ball cleared out. The first one with the foot, and it was picked up pretty quickly. That time, tries to punch it out.
That was Jonas Wan with the opportunity. He's that lone junior who gets a lot of minutes. Really well-rounded player as well. Corner for Garden City.
I think that was that Juan again making that stop. I mean, that was perfection. Head full of steam coming down there. It looked like it was going to be an easy 1v1. And that slide tackle, perfect. From behind, not easy to do without getting a foul.
It is Costa to play this corner. Serve the cross. Williams, the header. What a save by Sheehan.
Oh, boy, you could put him on America's Got Talent for juggling. He knocked it up and then had the wherewithal to catch it.
Foul called. We'll show it to you again.
Take a look at this one. The header, perfection. Williams, he gets the hand on it, and look at him staring at it like a juggler. Absolutely perfect.
On his back, gets the rebound. And now a chance perhaps for Calhoun. That shot deflected out by Nangle for a corner. Now the Colts racing over to take it. Brown said, hang on, I got this. Served across the edge of the 6. Now a race for it. Look at Lennon. Such a good job. One of the reasons why he's a 4-year starter for this Calhoun team. So much, this whole thing, he's one of those orchestrators of how this started 4 years ago.
He certainly is, and he grew, and we don't know who the player of the year is in each conference yet, but I'd imagine Lennon's certainly in that conversation.
Come on, you know.
No, we know. I don't know. I'm not in that conference. I don't know. I know ours.
You're all-knowing.
No, I try to stay out of things because knowing is fundamental, but not always good.
It's not the Rob Anderson I know. You're always poking in, looking, asking questions.
I do try.
Oh, look at the back heel by Williams. It's now Costa. Goals scored so far for Garden City, Klein and Williams. Still Klein. And this will go out for a goal kick. The winner of this game will take on either Northport or Deer Park, who both won by matching 2-1 score lines. That game will be in the Long Island Class AA Championship game out at Islip High School, November 8th, 11:30 a.m. Here's Costa. Chips ahead. Klein fights for the ball. And that's the other part of this too for Calhoun, right? It takes so much energy to defend the way they need to defend that those guys in the back, man, they've got to be so exhausted. I mean, listen, they've got guys, great cardio guys there, but here comes Williams racing at Wolfson. Williams. Game, set, match, Garden City.
Oh, boy. Ollie Williams. Oh. He got space. It was a size mismatch against Wolfson. You can take a look here. He makes a nice zigzag move, trips up Wolfson, who tries to outstretch. He's down, and then a thing of beauty. Sheehan didn't have a chance. Upper right. Ollie Williams, his coming out party has been this playoff stretch.
Usually the chant is ole, 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 but the Garden City fans are saying Ali, Ali, Ali.
I like that. I like that very much, and that should be the chant. 12 goals in the regular season and 5 in the last 2.
Where he opened eyes for me, I watched their film against St. Anthony's at St. Anthony's, scored an unbelievable goal in the first half. But you're right, has raised his game to another level here at Farmingdale State College. That was his 5th goal in 2 games here in the biggest of games, right? On the biggest of stages.
I think I'm impressed, too, with how each goal is different. It's a header. It's a dirty one. It's a beauty, like the last one, a banger.
Yeah, like you look at him and you're like, oh, he's just a classic kind of number 9, and he'll win balls in the air, and that's it. But he's showing it, running at defenders, right, and showing up in different spots. We saw him score from the edge of the 18 against Long Beach.
That was some shot.
Cargione slides in. Garden City not giving an inch. Baldwin says, okay, that's fine, but I'm giving a card. .9:14 remaining in regulation time. So free kick now for Calhoun. And usually you have one guy who stands over the ball, but Garden City, like, we got 3 guys.
Yeah, you saw it in the frame there. I was thinking.
Go ahead, count us out, please. 10 yards. So 3-man wall set up a couple of yards inside the 18 there. Lennon with the ball. Clips it far post. Stays alive for the Colts. Blown tire there, and Cooper with the clearance. Look at Sheehan, sweeper keeper. Pushes it forward.
I got to say, that's a way to get your offense churning. We know he's athletic, but there's a lot of turf behind him right now.
So a brace for Ollie Williams. Well played in, Karcher there. And Sheehan staying off his line. Again, I'm gonna age myself here, but looking a lot like Renee Higuita right now, right? From old school Columbia fame.
That is old school
with the
Columbia.
Scorpion kick. Ball played to feet. Karcher is there.
Same generation as Pete Rose, no?
Yeah, but more people will get Renee Higuita reference than a Pete Rose reference.
I don't know.
First of all, it's the same sport. Second of all,
he didn't gamble.
He might have. I don't know. It was Columbia in the '90s was crazy.
It might have done worse than gamble. Might be bodies.
Anyway, we digress. Here's Klein. And here's Williams. Had a hat trick in the semifinals. Little dance on the ball. Little shove as well.
Well, Ollie Williams there now saying, you know, there's other things I can do. I can get physical in this game. It also looks worse because they're big. So when he did get his arm up, but.
What a ball by Lennon. Flag stays down. Shot saved by Karcher.
Take a look there. Somehow stayed on side, and the shot, Karcher with a kick save, hockey style.
Angle into the mix. Oh, a bicycle kick attempt. I like the ambition there.
Giving Philip Beeben flashbacks. That's the last minute versus Carey. Just PTSD.
Yeah, but did he connect on his?
He did. He blasted, missed by about an inch. That would have shut the whole place up, but just missed. Well, 6.5 minutes, 3-0, insurmountable.
And there's Sheehan again. push forward. Well, that'll be a card. Certainly, right?
Yep, there you go. And the cards now are going to fly if this continues, because referee Baldwin does not want to see this thing turn into something it shouldn't. 3-0. Let's keep the frustrations down. For Garden City, you don't want the guys with cards necessarily back in the game. I don't know if you want to risk any kind of red situation. You're moving on.
Costa, well-weighted chip into the box. Gibbons going after that one. Back to Costa. And now Walsh turns and attacks the space. Plays it quickly ahead for Nangle. Those two combined on that lone goal against Southside in the semifinals. Now in the box. Shoulder barge, PK is given.
Well, just when we thought we dodged the PKs after the Floral Park victory, we're going to see one, but it's not going to be a back-to-back. Let's take a look at that foul.
I mean, it's a shoulder barge in the box, though, and it was given.
Number 11 on this penalty kick.
And now it's Nangle to take the PK. Nangle will have a long run up from the edge of the 18. Nangle gets it right by Karcher. So Calhoun gets one back with 5:30 remaining.
All right, well, that's one back, and anything's possible. Maybe I'll be eating my words on the automatic. That one just out of the reach of Karcher. Guessed right, but just couldn't extend.
For Lucas Nangle, goal number 18 on the season. Yeah, you can see Calhoun looking to really attack, push numbers forward. If they are to make this a game, Rob, that second goal's got to happen quickly. First goal conceded for Garden City since October 11th. They had 3 consecutive clean sheets coming into this one. Fisher just sends it long, looking for Williams. And there is Sheehan again playing the role of Hagita as a sweeper keeper. Baccarat dispossessed. By the way, that as is throwing now for Garden City, that like 90s Columbia team, hella fun.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You had Valderrama, right, with the hair and the balls that he played out there.
Everybody wanted to look like Valderrama.
You too?
Oh, no, I was going for the House of Pain look back then, but... Oh, look at that reference back.
Ball clip into the box. Fisher. And I'm not saying that they did, but if Garden City let up a little bit, that PK has now gotten their attention.
Yeah, that'll wake you up for sure. You're right. And they got to keep the pressure. Just bring it to the flag right now. You don't necessarily need to score, but getting bumped off. Costa a couple times looked like he was just trying to drive it down to the corner. But Calhoun is relentless.
They've got to be. It's desperation time right now for the Colts. Can you get a service in? There it is, flicked out by Fisher. Second ball goes to Calhoun, settled and played this side. Baccarat on the grounds. dispossessed. The ball just sent down to Williams. Wolfson. It's Lennon now.
The Colts do not let Garden City get a clean touch. They are still buzzing. They believe.
Brown tried to angle his run and knocked off the ball, and there is Williams. Can he chip Sheehan from there? Williams thought about it. He had himself a go. Sheehan quickly puts it back into play. Schreier. As we're approaching 2 minutes remaining in this Nassau Class AA final.
I'm wondering in my head if it was going to make Sheehan change his approach, but he's maybe staying at the top of the 18. We'll see how far he goes.
Nice turn on the ball. Here's Walsh. Again, using the width. Trying to send that ball in was Liam Lynch. Wolfson, look out. Now numbers for Garden City. Klein across, Williams. Look at Sheehan off his line, hat trick for Williams.
That young man is making his mark up in the air. Insult to injury with 1:12 left. Calhoun brought everything up top, but that's going to leave a lot of space. The poise, Sheehan comes out. Williams makes him pay. 3-piece nugget 2 days in a row, 2 games in a row.
And the Ali chance going up for Ali Williams. That's next level stuff when you score a hat trick in the county semifinals and then another hat trick in the county final as well.
I got to Google the history books on that one. Coach kind of reading the historian. You think that's been done?
We're very interactive here in the Varsity Media Network. So you put the question out.
We'll find out.
Hopefully in the next 57 seconds we'll get the answer.
All right.
We invite you to, again, stick around post-match. We will have an interview with our man of the match. And maybe I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm going to say it's Oliver Williams. You can disagree with me if you want. And we'll also have the awards presentation as well.
I don't think anybody's disagreeing with you. Oliver Williams, coming out party.
Ball knocked around, and Karcher corrals.
12 in the regular season, 6 in 2 games. Those numbers just exploded.
And again, it's your biggest games of the year against in games that you would expect would be your most difficult. As the clock winds down, as Garden City, they will go back to back as county champions. The Trojans, they celebrate their 14th county title in program history. In this, their 9th straight trip there. So congratulations to Garden City, and you can see some of the guys there on Calhoun, partially exhausted and partially just upset, obviously, because of the way this one ended and their season. Their only loss of the year comes in the county final. That's a tough pill to swallow, but no doubt Calhoun can keep their heads held high. But what a game for Garden City, as they are opportunistic, as Klein gets his goal and then Ollie Williams does the rest in the second half. His second straight game of a second half hat trick A star is born here at Farmingdale State College as Ollie Williams showing you all the different variety of ways that he can find the back of the net. And he'll get one more for good measure late in this one as Garden City, they win the Nassau Class AA Championship game 4-1. We'll have the awards presentation when we return here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Merrill, he's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face on, stay on athlete. Controlling the face-off X 3 in a row now.
Keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email Ben at varsitymedia.net. You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights, but how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athlete's key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now.
Back at Farmingdale State College, Garden City, 4-1 victors over Calhoun. The hero of the day is Ollie Williams, and our Brian Donahue has him pitch side.
All right, we're here with man of the match, Oliver Williams. Oliver's back-to-back hat tricks for you, semifinal and finals. Going into this game, preparation, what was it like? What was your point of focus?
Our focus was just trying to play our game tonight, not changing anything. It's just another team. Intensity was important. I think us playing our style helped us get the win.
And for you now, this is back-to-back hat tricks in the semifinal and the finals. You got to tell us, what's the secret of your success?
I don't know. I think it's just consistency in practice, always working hard. And I think we have one of the best benches on the team, so we're able to play like intensity in practice.
Now you guys have this great, the benefit now is you're practicing on Monday. Do you guys feel a lot of pressure to retain the state title, or is it now just you guys are very business-like? Is it now just all business as usual?
I feel like there's a little pressure, but I feel like it's usual, business type. We'll just stick to what we do and hopefully win states.
Well, listen, you go have fun. Go celebrate with your team. Go lift that trophy. Great job, buddy. Back to you, Dylan.
Awesome stuff, Brian. Appreciate it. Congratulations to Ollie Williams and the Trojans. And listen, when you score a hat trick in the county semifinals, another hat trick, really, honestly, he scored 6 goals and really 2 halves of soccer, Rob, because both came in the second half of both games, right? So that's 80 minutes, 6 goals. My bad. Let's unmute.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You can mute me. No, incredible. I mean, like you said, it's coming out party of Oliver Williams, and I'm in awe at just how big he is. And it was pointed out to me, he's not even the tallest on the team, but a big frame. He is who they're going to scout now. They're going to have, there's got to be a game plan. Northport, Deer Park needs to take a look at him and figure out how to stop that attack because they have so many other guys that can do damage, and Williams finishing.
And I've alluded to it, too, in the semifinal game with you, Rob. And, you know, my favorite all-time player is Alan Shearer. And he's a number 9, Shearer was, who could do multiple things, right? Not just win with the head. He had unbelievable free kicks and a poacher in the box, and Ollie Williams checks all those boxes.
He certainly does check all those boxes, and finishing is a skill. And there they are, giving the high fives. Costa jumping in there and giving a big hug to his teammate Oliver Williams. And there's the photo opportunity. Great camera angle right there.
Yeah, Kevin Catalanato does not mess around.
No, he's been on fire, and they're getting used to this pose, I'll tell you. Garden City.
Well, now their record in these, so this is 9 consecutive finals, 5-4 now in those 9 finals in a row for Garden City. Overall, it is 14 Nassau County titles. They are looking to win their fifth Long Island championship, and that one that had eluded them was the state championship, and that came last year with that win over Clarence, 2-1. As the guys from Calhoun will make their way over for the trophy presentation. And listen, what a run it was for Calhoun, right? Like, as a runner-up to Garden City, there's worse things you can be. And every other team in Nassau Class A right now wishes they were in their shoes playing on this big stage as one of the last 2 teams alive. So Chris Vogel and his guys have a lot to be proud of with their run. Again, their first time in the county final since 2016. There'll be a lot of rebuilding next year, losing such a critical crop of seniors. But the culture is certainly there, Rob, for them to continue on and maybe not make this, you know, make this more of an annual appearance.
Yeah, Chris Vogel, class act, great coach. Sadly, it feels like in the way of at least this team, an end of an era, because these guys, 4 years, again, we pegged them. I saw them as sophomores on the field, and at that point, you knew something special was going to happen. This was a 4-year plan. They got here, but again, not done. As Al Freeman gives them the words of encouragement, tell them how important that plaque is, and that they should hold their heads up high. There's a bright future.
So after Al Freeman has his discussion with Calhoun, we'll have the awards presentation, and we'll bring that to you live here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And what a run, Rob. Will we have an opportunity? You did 2 more games than I did. You did the Class B semifinals, but for me, I think it was 12 games in 8 days. So yours was, what, 14 in 9 days. But terrific run here. We thank certainly the people here at Farmingdale State College being so hospitable with their facilities and of course, the opportunity for us to broadcast the game. Orlin and Cohen stepping up as a sponsor, allowing it to be live on our YouTube channel. And just all the coaches as well being so generous with their time and allowing us to tell their team's stories and their players' stories as well.
That's what it takes, and you gave the nod again, Orlin and Cohen. Thank you so much. 2 years in a row being our title sponsor and making this possible for high school boys soccer in Nassau County. Lifestyles jumping in there. Great family. They sponsored some regular season games as well. Donated pennies to the South Shore Summer League. So great sponsors. Doesn't happen without you, and great coaches. Thanks for everything you've shared with us. And thank you, Dylan Butler. We come to an end.
Well, we'll send it to the field as you see the Trojans little huddle in there now with Al Freeman. And then their awards will be presented.
Once again, that is the Garden City Trojans. Congratulations.
Look at the faces. Charlie Costa right there. Talk about a guy used to winning, huh? Whether it's lacrosse or soccer. All he does is win, 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 no matter what. And there it is.
They now receive their championship plaque.
There it is.
Doesn't get old, Rob.
No, it doesn't. Another plaque on the wall. Might have to start building a new wall.
I'm not sure if Costa knows this or not, but he's supposed to hand it off to someone else to lift it up now. He's doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, like the Stanley Cup, pass it around, but they're not going to jog around the field. They're going to get their individual awards, and that's going to, I think, maybe not.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the case, I think, for the last one. So they'll go and probably take a few more team pictures, but that'll do it here for us. But what a moment there for Garden City. There it is, Rob Anderson. What a moment for these Trojans as they go back to back as county champions. Congratulations, Garden City. They are your Nassau Class AA champions. For our entire Varsity Media crew, our executive producer, Ben Turchin, for Jacob Semkin, done an unbelievable job as technical director, for Kevin Catalano and Jeff Damo, bringing you all those lasting moving images. For my broadcast partner, Rob Anderson, Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us from Farmingdale State College. We look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.